Hey guys, welcome back to another session of Soul Therapy. Today our special guest is Aubrey Drake Graham. Give it up for Drake, guys. Welcome Drake to the show. Now, Aubrey Drake Graham was born October the 24th, 1986. That makes him 35 years old. He'll be 36 by the end of this year. He is a strong Scorpio, honey. Look at the intensity in the eyes, okay? This is a Scorpio in its truest form, okay? Now, he was born to a father by the name of Dennis Graham, who is an African American who was practicing as a Catholic in Memphis, Tennessee. Now, his daddy was a drummer for Jerry Lee Lewis, who was a country singer in Tennessee. Okay, so his father is an African American drummer for a country music artist in Tennessee. Okay, we got that. Now, his mother, Sandra Graham, was also a teacher and a florist in Toronto, Canada. Okay, so we see that he came back. He is from a biracial background. Okay, a father who's a drummer. So he came from musical background. You know, he got that from his father, Dennis. Now, Drake's parents were divorced when he was around 5 years old. Now, when they divorced, Dennis went back to the streets of Tennessee, honey. He went back to Memphis, Big D. So Big D said that, you know, even though they were divorced, he still would come back and visit Drake in Toronto and take him back to Memphis. Now, I'm assuming that when Drake went back to Memphis with Big D, he got the street creds that Big D had, you know, because he went back, you know, he went back with his African-American father. So when he went to the neighborhood with Big D, I'm sure, the African-American kids didn't have a problem with associating with Drake because of Big D. You know, Big Dennis had took Drake back to Memphis and he got his street credibilities with those kids. So he had no problem going back to Memphis. But Drake said that may have been a lie because the story says, sources say that when Drake's father went back to Memphis, he started getting into legal troubles. He started getting into trouble. He went to jail because of drug-related charges. Now, later on, he said that, you know, him and Drake later connected. You know, Drake said that him and his father later connected at adulthood. Now, Drake's father said that's lies. Drake just coming up with lies just to sell albums. But, you know, because Drake's father said that he was there, but Drake said he wasn't. Well, you know, maybe two people, you know, two misconceptions of two of the same stories, but Drake said he wasn't there, so we don't know. But if you get in Big D, if you get in trouble and you hit, you know, when you went back to Memphis, how are you picking up your son? Okay, how are you getting your son when you're in jail for multiple years? They say he went to jail for multiple years. But either way, so Drake continued to live with his mother. Okay, he played hockey as a young kid. He went to different type of schools in Canada. Now, later Drake, you know, he started doing some acting. He went to an acting school. Then he later went to another school, I think a high school, where he went and he was with multiracial kids. Okay, and I'm assuming at that point he had to pick a side, honey. And the kids, and sometimes kids will just tell you, no, you ain't got to pick a side, we'll pick it for you. You don't belong over here. Okay, go over there. And then he'll go over there and they're like, oh, no, baby, you don't belong over here. Because remember, his daddy is an African-American who was practicing Catholic, okay, a religion, who also was a drummer for a country music artist. Okay. Now, his mother, she was a Jewish Caucasian woman. So when he went to school, because he grew up Jewish, when he went to school, the kids were like, And then I think the kids that he said that the school that he went to had, due to the economic status of the neighborhood, he was bullied. So everybody wasn't accepting of Drake. They didn't know where to put him. Okay, I'm sure he didn't have this Beijing beard and his Beijing hair. He probably had blondish red hair like his mom. You know, kids were like, honey, we never seen nothing like that. We don't know what to do with you. Okay, and kids are so brutal. They are so, especially in middle school and high school, they are so brutal. So he was bullied a lot. at that point. And he said he was bullied because of his racial and his religion background. Okay, so let's find out, you know, pretty much, because we can pretty much see what's going on. He confused. You know, Drake don't know sometimes when you come from biracial background, because the father seemed a little confused himself. Okay, not that he can't be a drummer for a country music singer and study and be a Catholic. I mean, that's no problem with that. But the parents met while the father was playing in Toronto, and the mother was, I'm assuming they were playing in a country music bar, and the mother was there, and they met. Most of the time, okay, because in his background, they don't mention anything about the mother's family, so I don't know if she was shunned because of him, because he don't mention anything about grandparents or anything like that. It was just him and his mother after the father went to jail. So you don't look like you don't really look like your mother. You don't really look like your father. Kids telling you because you don't look like them, you don't belong to them. So where do you belong? So let's find out. Let's do a little soul therapy for Drake. Let's find out what chakras are blocked for Drake and why. What chakras are blocked for Drake and why? First thing, we have a renewal here, which speaks of his foundation, the support that he received at a young age, because this right here is his root chakra, which sits in the spine, the base of his spine. This should develop at the age of 1 through 7. Now, we know that his parents got divorced at age 5. So it's like his beginning was off. Okay, the support he received, growing up was shaken. Now, because when this is blocked, a person does not have a sense of being, a sense of belonging, okay? You don't feel grounded, okay? You feel real shaky all the time. Just imagine if instead of you walking on solid ground, you always walking on a bridge, or you always walking on you're standing on a boat that's shaky, that's floaty. So it's like he never had a solid ground to stand on. At least he never felt like it. He always, and this also speaks of his survival, being able to survive, okay? His financial independence, his money, okay? Being able to start, because with the renewal card, it feels like he's not able to have a new start or a beginning, okay? He don't know where his beginning is, probably. Where is his beginning? Where is his foundation? Where's his base, his home base? So he's feeling ungrounded. He does not have a sense of being, okay? And that kind of deals with his money, his, being able to support himself, being able to feed himself. This is something that was not developed from age 1 through 7 for him, okay? Because he's always on the quest. Okay, this speaks of his throat chakra, not being able to speak of where, because this card is a quest, right? 2 journeys. There's 2 journeys. He's trying to figure out what path should he take. Where do he belong? Again, not knowing where to belong. Always on the quest of trying to figure it out, okay? Is he going to go down the path of his African American route, his Caucasian route, his Jewish route, Catholic? Is he gonna pick biracial? Where's his quest? Where's the route? Okay, and he don't even know where to start to communicate this, because this is his throat chakra. Okay, this speaks. This should develop around the age of 29 to 35 for most people, and so we know he's 35 right now. So this is something that he's starting to develop and master it, but it's blocked a little bit right now. He's not speaking about it. Okay, he's not speaking about it. He's trying to find his sense of being. Next, insecurities. Again, this is a red card. Speaks of his root chakra, his foundation, his support. Because he does not have a solid foundation to his knowledge, he has a lot of insecurities, and his insecurities play on his heartstrings. Okay. He don't know where he belongs. Okay. A lot of insecurities. Okay, now with this being blocked, okay, and it's a lot of red cards showing up here. This can make him angry after a while, because he's feeling this. He's not able to speak it. He's seeking, not able to find. So this can piss you off. This can make you angry. This can be sudden outbursts. Okay, because he's not feeling grounded. So that makes him feel fearful all the time. You know, when you're feeling like you're shaky, you're always about to fall. And this is something he's always been feeling. Okay, so he guards his heart a lot. It's blocked. Okay, it's not blocked to it's not open to the proper type of love. He may be more attracted to the toxic type of love sometimes, because of that little red entity that's creeping into his heart. He's trying to keep it out, but it's like he can't. So he has a lot of insecurities that creep into him, a lot of thoughts that he may be having in his head, because remember, he's not speaking about a lot of things. Give me the next card that's blocked for it. Oh my God. A lot of his foundation, again, from 1 through 7, age 1 through 7, was not solid for him. It was not financial stable, his independence, you know, and that still goes into his adulthood right now as a man. Okay? He may be doing a lot of crying in the inside. You don't see it. He's feeling complacent. Not being able to move. Okay? Not showing his true feelings. Maybe showing a little anger, a little frustration. That's probably easy for him to show. But his feelings are not really being shown. And that could be the Scorpio in him as well. Because the Scorpios ain't got to show too much. We ain't obligated to show our feelings. So, enlightenment. There's some enlightenment here that he's receiving on his quest. Okay, he's on quest to remember, he's on this quest, but because this is kind of blocked, he's not able to see it, but he wants to see it. He's on this quest, he's not seeing what he's need to see. He's not getting a clear picture. Okay, he's not getting a clear picture. You know, and for this little brown skinned little boy right here, it's like he's trying to find his place. And he's asking why. Who is he? He's asking all of the questions to divine. He may not be getting the proper answers that he feels like he should be receiving. Or he's not hearing the answers properly. Bless his heart. Aww. So with this chakra, this is this yellow is his solar plexus, which is his confidence, the control of his life, being able to control his life, his gut instincts. It's blocked. When it's blocked, he may be feeling shame. He has self doubts. So he be asking a lot of questions to the divine, like why. He asks a lot of why questions. Okay, on his quest to his discovery. And it's a never-ending discovery. I can just imagine, you guys, okay? Because, of course, I'm an African-American woman, okay? And just on the quest to find out who we are as African-American is just like, it's a never-ending road. Like, who are we as a people? So he got to try to discover that. And then his Caucasian side, then he got Jewish, then he got Catholic, then he have absent, you know, people from his life, absent parts of his father that he's trying to deal with. He's on a long journey, a long quest. And this baby want to know why. He been wanting to know why for a long time. You see, he got his little hands out. He really want to know. And I don't know why the divine look like it's looking over him. Or I don't know why it seemed like the people, he may even been asking his parents. He may even been asking his parents some why questions. Because you see another little brown, I can't make this up. You see another little brown kid asking questions. Okay, now at this point, I'm seeing who he asking questions to. Who he asking questions to right here on his quest? His mother. Who is he asking questions to right here on his quest? His father. They don't know because they on their own quest. They confused. They don't even know why they chose each other. Because it's something that's missing within them. They on their own quest, their own enlightenment. They on their own journey. The daddy over here confused, the mama over here confused. See, the mama don't even know. She can't even answer his question. And he's trying to explain it to her like, Mom, maybe you don't understand it. Mom, maybe you don't. Mom, but the kids are saying, Mom, but my skin, Mom, my hair. And Mama like, she don't know. She can't explain it to her brown son. And then he over here asking Dad. But the kids are saying, where are you? Explain this to me. The kids are saying my hair. Daddy over there bald. He like, shoot, son, my hair fell out at 30. I can't answer that for you, baby. Ask your mama. Mama said she don't know. Okay. Okay. Because the mom and dad had their own quest and their own journey that they was on. That they was clearly, confused about. But aren't we all confused about something in life? Life is confusing. So when you can produce kids out of confusion, they are confused. And when they come to you to ask questions, you don't have the answers for them. And that leaves him extra confused. And the kids on the street are telling him what he is. Okay? They telling him what he's not. You're not black. You're not white. You're not this. You're not 100% Jewish. You're not this. Parents don't have answers for him. Okay? So he got some insecurities here. That's pissing him off. Somebody needs to have some answers for him. Give me another card for what chakras are locked for Drake. Again, communication. Him reaching for something. Him always reaching for something. Reaching towards the black community. Honey, without Big D, we don't know what you are. Him reaching for the Caucasian community. Honey, your mama chose Big D. Go over there with them. Okay? So he got a lot of, and so this leaves him with a lot of impatience. Nobody has answers for him. That leaves him confused. That leaves him with insecurities. That leaves him upset. And then he's not speaking. Okay? So let's break these cards down a little bit. You confused, Drake? I know you are. I know you are. I'm feeling you. So the renewal card is here. There's a block in his base chakra. Why? Why is the renewal card here for Drake? Oh my goodness. Okay. Honey, Drake said, okay, there was always a compromise with Drake. Okay. Compromise. Okay. I don't know if his two parents, they always had to compromise here, but there was always a compromise that happened here, or two people were not willing to compromise. Okay. When he was age 1 through 7. That caused him not to be able to trust. He's not trusting what he's hearing. He's not trusting the answers. Who is catching him when he falls? Who is catching him when he's being bullied? Who has the answer for him when these kids tell him what he's not in school? Who can tell him what he is? Okay? Because he do not know who he is. Nobody can tell him who he is. Everybody can tell him who he's not. Okay? And that leaves him very sad. That leaves him with a lot of sorrow, confused, feeling overwhelmed, okay? Feeling like unstable. But does that stop him? No, he still moves forward. He still moves forward with himself, with his passion, with high intensity. Okay, high intensity. This is in red still. He's moving forward. Even though he's on shaky ground, he's not feeling stable. Okay, but there is some passion in him that's moving him forward. Now that passion sometimes can come across as anger, okay, what I'm seeing, or frustration, or I can see him. Now the persona he put on, he don't seem like he'll be frustrated, but these cards are saying he is, okay, and I can understand the frustration, but he's on a quest. Why is the quest here? Or should I just go? I'm gonna go straight to complacency. Why is the complacency here? Okay. They're still speaking of a rebirth, a renewal for him. Okay. I don't know if he's if he's kind of regretful of how he was born, what he was born into. Because I'm still picking up birth, renewal, rebirth, being reborn, being born into something different. Okay, something that's more stable, that's something that's more solid. Okay. Something that, because being born into something that's so unstable, okay, and this quest is never ending for him. And like I said, this lion is pissed off about it. This lion is a little bit upset about it. Okay? Because, like I said, he has a side of him that's very innocent and sweet. And he has a side that's anger. It's like, and it's almost, he's anger at the innocent side. I don't know if his innocent side was because he was bullied. If his innocent side was being, which is his true side, which was being tormented. Or not being appreciated. Oh, okay. Let's get it together. Some cards fell down. Okay, so like I said, I can't make this up. This is what fell and almost knocked over the camera. Me trying to pick it up because I feel like he wants something new. Because I feel like his innocence was like what? His innocence was suppressed. Okay, the good about him, everything that was good about him was suppressed. And it's like it left him with an anger side. It left him, see again, with 10 and red. It left him kind of pissed off because it's like people didn't appreciate him when he was nice. People didn't appreciate him when he was, you know, the young, innocent guy. It's like probably in middle school, that's when he went through this transformation. Okay? And that caused him to go on this quest. Next is the quest card, okay? On seeking. He first went to Mama. Mama. Okay, give me some answers. Give me more about this quest. Okay. The master. Yeah, he's trying to figure out who is he. Okay, he's trying to master who is he. The I am. He's trying to master the I am. Who is Drake? Okay. Yeah. And it's like when it comes to his mother, because you see this person here, it's patience. It's like when it comes to his quest with his mother, he does have a little more patience with his mother. Or he could be a little impatient with her. Okay? It's like he is going through cycles with her and trying to get answers from her. And it's almost like he's growing a little impatient here on this quest. Like I said, he goes like, because this rainbow card is like he goes through all the emotions when he's dealing with his mother and speaking with his mother, because she's not giving answers, and he feel like, come on, you out of all people should be able to give me some answers. Now give me more about this enlightenment that I'm feeling like he's taking up with his father, which also can be the Father, God, divine. Okay, he's asking some questions. Okay, because he's feeling a sense of guilt here when it comes to his masculine connection, or his connection I'm seeing with father. There's some kind of guilt here that's really in his head, pulling at his hair. Probably had to deal with his hair. Okay, in his head, he probably got the most issues with his African American side. Trying to identify as this little brown little boy here, asking questions to his father. And how can your father with the same brown skin not have some answers for you? The proper answers. Hey, because his daddy was trying to be enlightened. His daddy was trying to go through his own thing himself. His daddy don't have the answers for himself, because his daddy's trying to go through a self-discovery. Coming from Memphis, Tennessee, his daddy probably trying to run from his own background, his own pathology, his own family lineage. Okay, and that's why Drake was born. So anything else you can tell us about this enlightenment card? Okay, and the voice. Yeah, there's a lot that he's feeling guilt. Okay, it's a lot of guilt that he's suppressing. His inner voice may be giving, may not be as positive. Okay, and that's why he have all these insecurities that's building up here. Why? Okay, give us more about these insecurities here. Okay, we got the rebel. Because of his insecurities, he's trying to break free of some chains. Okay, trying to change some things up. Okay, maybe acting out. But when is Drake acting out? Okay, but we got his insecurities, acting out in anger, maybe. With this purple card, he may be seeing some things differently, or not able to see some things differently. Now with this chakra right here, this is something that he should have developed at age 21 through 28. of years old. Okay, if I didn't say that. Now this right here bridges his lower chakra with his upper chakra. I'm sorry, this should have developed at 15 to 21. Okay, this should have developed at 15 to 21 because this is gut instincts. Okay, and that's why I'm speaking about his inner voice. His inner voice is not... Okay, his inner voice may not be working properly because it's blocked. Okay, so he has a lot of guilt when it comes to this right here. When it comes to his father, I'm seeing. So he may be feeling some type of shame sometimes growing up from the age 15 to 21 when it comes to his African American side. I'm kind of seeing here. Okay, his self-worth sometimes was shaken. His self-confidence, his self-esteem. The stuff that his father should have instilled in him was not there. Okay, his ability to plan, may be thrown off. To make plans. That's why his album, when he's doing his album, sometimes it takes so long because his ability to execute a plan sometimes is off because his father was not there to show him how to execute plans all the way through. Okay, so his intellect, sometimes his creativity, sometimes can be stifled. He can be sometimes not precise. He can be uncooperative when this is thrown off. This right here, his self-worth, of course, his self-confidence. Okay, that's why we see the insecurities here. His ability to express himself, freely express himself, it may not be there. He may not be comfortable to freely express himself as the black man that his father was, because his father was probably not standing up as the black man that he could comfortably be. Okay, because he probably sent some mixed messages to Drake. Okay, with this enlightened card, this is something that should have been established at 15 to 21. That's usually when you see your teenager acting out. Okay, because his confidence, he's trying to control his life. Okay, his instincts are off. His inner voices are not giving him the best messages. Okay, if his inner voice is giving him stuff that making him feel guilty and making him feel like that, okay, and his father is not giving him answers, and then when he go to pray about this, he's not receiving the proper answers because he does not know how to pick up the proper answers. He does not know how to receive the proper answers because he has so many insecurities. Okay, and when someone tells you something good and you have insecurities, you don't believe them. But the first time someone tells you something bad, it takes shape in your life and into your heart. But he's impatient here. And it speaks about him being impatient also on his quest when it comes to maybe feminine energy. Okay, when it comes to feminine energy, maybe even feminine energy when it comes to the women he date, because he's a little impatient when it comes to his mother as well, because he's given her so many cycles, so many chances to kind of give him some answers, because she is his foundation, and she does not have answers. She does not know. And how you don't know when that's your son? He did not have the proper guidance. Okay, and sometimes he blames because of his impatience. He's not speaking of it. His guidance is a little off, so he does not pick the right women sometimes. Okay, because of his background, his decision makings are very cloudy. Okay, because of his past, what he's been through. Okay, he don't see things clearly, so therefore he's not thinking and moving clearly. So he's very impatient, because I see a lot of red here, and we know red means stop. Okay, warning, either a volcano about to happen or it's happening, and he just don't show it, because he's on a quest, he's on a journey, honey, and I believe it's never ending for him. But let's see. But all of our questions are never ending, so it's just not for him. But I can just imagine how confusing it could be. So let's see. Right now his root chakra is off. How can we heal his root chakra? His base chakra. Okay. First, he needs to have humility. Okay. Humble yourself, Drake. It said, allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. So he got to humble himself. Anything else you can tell us about his insecurities? Okay, because of his insecurities, he needs to understand that the loss that in his life, okay, it says sometimes you learn that true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of your ego. It's just speaking about him having humility, humble himself, drop the ego, Okay, because he done picked up an ego now versus on his quest. Because, you know, he got a little money now. He got a little status. So right now he's seeing himself in a different type of light. But I don't think he's seeing himself in the best light. Because right now he needs to humble himself and let the divine in. Okay, because his laws, he needs to understand that the things that left his life, left it for a reason. Now, let's speak about he's not speaking his truth, okay? How can he help unblock that throat chakra? He needs to start trusting. He don't trust people, and he may not even trust the women he dates. That's why he constantly have a new female. It says, allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longing, trusting you know exactly how to handle it. So he needs to learn how to trust. And it's also speaking about him standing on a faith. I don't think he has a solid faith foundation. Foundation, his religion background or his spiritual background. He needs to really learn to trust that and have a solid foundation for that, because I don't know if you know, because the divine is saying, let me in, Drake, so I can help you. Okay, drop your ego. Okay, humble yourself at this point in your life and trust. Okay, let's see if there's anything else you can tell us about to unblock Drake's chakras. All right, 2 more cards gonna pop out. Allow the flow, Drake. Allow the divine to flow through you. Allow me, divine, to move with flow and respond with calmness and peace. I told y'all, it's saying that Drake don't respond with calmness, y'all. His ego and everything and his insecurities are starting to show, and he may even be coming off with this red, with a little bit of anger. And he needs to allow calmness and peace in his life. And get a little deeper, honey, because right now it says Drake is a little shallow. It says, once you're on earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping, detachment, and surrender. They bring the peace of God. So, yeah, it's like his faith is a little shaken. Okay, he really do need to have a deepening, okay, and let go of material things, let go of his ego, humble himself, and allow God into his life. Okay, that's going to be the reading for Drake. Thank you, Drake. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned for the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.